This is RaiseGrid, a normal Minecraft world with 99% of all blocks removed. Despite its extremeness, everything is still possible. With the goal of this series to obtain every advancement, item, as well as mob. Watch the series from the beginning with a link down below, as well as learn how you can actually join us in this world. Last time on RaiseGrid, a very rare blaze spawner was found way out, so we traveled really far out to check it out. Then we visited a rebuilding of an entire chunk, with everything being replicated just the same way it would be if the world was normal, including the exact loot in the Bastion chest. Then we worked on continuing the goal of trying to obtain every mob in the game by catching a bat. This was done by spamming a whole bunch of blocks on the ground to trap one in a small area, and slowly moving it into its display case and completing one of the more difficult mobs to obtain. In today's episode, we're getting right into it, trying to collect the last few hostile mobs that we need to acquire every mob in the game. And one that we haven't got yet is the Shulker. Luckily we have my Shulker portal farm over here producing extras, and we got a couple stored up over here. Not only do we have to get one over at the museum, we do need to kill one of every hostile mob for the advancements under adventure, and we're currently sitting at 29 out of 34. I'm not sure if I kill the Shulker or not. Let's go ahead, we'll kill a Shulker and we'll also transport one over. Let's first try to kill a Shulker. Okay, killed it, awesome. And I think if I relog, the Shulkers will forget about me. Cool, let's see if it helped us with our advancements or not. Oh, still sitting at 29, okay. So it did not help us, so let's get the Shulker over to the museum. So we got the Shulker in place and keep it inside of the minecart. That way it doesn't teleport about. So another mob completed. Now we're looking for a silverfish. So we're going to go out to the coordinates of where there is some windswept biomes, since that's what they're called now. So we got to go positive, positive. It's going to be about 100, 100 is the nearest windswept. So hopefully this portal takes us near it, and the reason why we're going windswept is because that's where there is the infested stone, which is what has the silverfish inside of it, and that's what we need. Oh, this is where they're having a big pixel art thing going on here. So I did some miscalculations. We actually have to go to 100, 200 in the nether. So let's head over there. It's a bit farther than I thought. So this is where we have to be. Let's go ahead and build ourselves another portal, and hopefully we can find the windswept biome. We'll check it out. We got ourselves a windswept hills. Awesome. That is perfect. So now we need to find ourselves a block that is infested. So we got a piece just underneath of us, and we got a special resource pack that shows this cool little image on it. Lets you know that it's actually a silverfish infested stone. And you can imagine there's not as many of these just because the world removes about 99% of all blocks. So even looking around in this biome, you don't see very many. I'm gonna go ahead and encase this. So when we break it open, the silverfish can't have anywhere to fall off and get lost forever. If you use Silk Touch, you won't get a silverfish. You gotta make sure to not use that. Look at that, guys. Got a silverfish! Yay! Check our advancements. Killed 29 out of 34 hostile mobs. Let's go ahead and kill this. And let's see what we got. Yay! 30 out of 34. Oh my gosh, guys. We're in the final last 4 mobs that we need to get in order to complete this advancement. And if we get that one, then we'd only have this one. We actually did complete another one for this Adventure Time one, because we're sitting at 39. Now we're sitting at 40 biomes. So I guess it helped us to go exploring to this windswept biome. That's awesome. So we only got 10 more biomes left on that. Slowly make our way to completion. Now we just need to grab another silverfish, which I seen another one right over there, and we'll take it back over to our museum. So we also got ourselves a silverfish on display, which is another mob completed. Let's go check out the list of names over here. See which ones we have left to get. Looks like for the hostile ones, it's mostly the Elder Guardian. Oh, okay, Elder Guardian's definitely gonna be one of the last ones. We also did really good. It looks like we might have got all the different types of nether ones completed. Never thought it would be, but it turns out the passive mobs are harder to get than the hostile ones. We still need to get some tough ones like Ocelot and Fox. Dolphin might not be too bad. And Polar Bear, we've been looking for those before. They're very difficult to find. So we decided to take a break from mob hunting and work on trying to get every item in the game, which we left off trying to get to the item starting with C. So we came out here to a plains biome and did some bone milling. We got ourselves a cornflower, which is perfect. We need that for the museum. So now we can make all the variations of cracked stuff, which is really complicated. So there's cracked polished blackstone bricks, which is one of the longest names in the game. We also made ourselves cracked variation of deep slate tile. Got one for the nether bricks and also the deep slate bricks. So the last one we need is just the stone that are cracked. Now we got them all. So our new cornflower will go in the pot there. We also got our cracked deep slate. We got tiles that are cracked, nether brick, blackstone version, and the brick version. Now we completed a little chunk of this one. So let's go gather some more letter C items. So we'll make ourselves a crossbow. I completely forgot how to make these things. So we also need a chipped anvil. Luckily we got one here. Perfect. Right at the villager trading hall. Let's add this to the museum and see what is left for the letter C's and D. We're almost completely done with this entire row. We'll throw in the dandelion there, and the damage anvil goes here. Lastly, we come in with the Crane Obsidian as well as a crossbow, and that actually completes this row, which means that we are pretty much complete with this row, A through B, also B through D, and D through G, and G through L. So let's work on the next one, which is L through O. Let's start out by doing some easy ones. We got a bunch of oak stuff. Luckily, oak trees is one of like the first things we got on the server. So let's fill this out. Let's put in the boats, button, fence, door, gate, lead, plate, pressure plate, log, slab, trapdoor, stairs, sapling, sign, and don't forget to subscribe. Next up, we got some netherrack and a no block. We got some netherite stuff after that. We'll do that to the very end. Then we have a bunch of nether related stuff. Wart, block, star, quartz ore, grout, nether quartz, gold ore, wall, the brick, stair, slab, the brick, and the fence. Now we finally can use our knowledge shell that we got from fishing for that slot there, and the name tags. So the mycelium we got from the Mushroom Island, we finally used that. Next up is a bunch of music discs, most of which we can actually get from creepers. And we did acquire some of those while moving skeletons and creepers around. Let's see which music discs we have left to still get. There's Wait, Ward, Strad, Doll, Mall, Mellow, Bar, Chirp, Blocks, Cat, 13, and 11. So the ones that we have to still get is Pig Step, which comes from looting bastions, quite rare. We also don't have access to 5, because that's into the 1.19 version. And also there's Other Side. So we'll continue to look for the ones that we can get. We also got a mushroom stem as well as a stew. Next category is a bunch of mossy things. Bricks, stairs, wall, slab, cobble wall, slab, stair, and stone. It's also the carpet and the moss block. Got ourselves milk and a couple different melon things. Got original melons from the jungle. So the next theme is all the magenta stuff. Luckily we have a station where we just kind of grab everything and dye it all, including bed, banner, candle, concrete, carpet, powder, dye, shulker, glazed, pane, glass, wool, and terracotta. After these, we got the magma. So the main thing left in this row is all the lingering potions, and we'll do those when we also complete the other types of potion as well as splash ones. So let's work on this row, O through Q. We also got a little bit of a start on it. First up is all the orange stuff. Good thing we got all that dyes ready, so we can do this one easily. Concrete, powder, dye, glaze, shulker, glass, pane, terracotta, tulip, and bed. Next up is a bunch of oxidized stuff, including the block, cut copper, slab, stair. Then we got some more peas. Got packed ice, painting, paper, petunia. Good thing we collected that one when we found one. Membrane. Now we have all the pink stuff. Banner, bed, candle, carpet, concrete, powder, dye, glaze, shulker box, glass, pane, concrete, terracotta, pink wool, and the pink tulip. We got a few random pea stuff. Luckily we collect ourselves a poisonous potato from our crop farm. We also got to those pointed dripstone, which I could just place there. We also got piston and podzol. The next theme is quite extensive. It's all the polish stuff. I actually didn't realize how much stinking polish stuff there is here. We got the andesite. There's also the slab variation and the stairs. Then there's the basalts. Then have the black stones, which comes in the slab type, the stair, the wall, bricks, button, pressure plate, slab, stair, wall. Now we moved into the deep slate, which has the block, slab, and the stair, as well as a wall. Now we got the diorites, which have their 3 types, and we got the granites, which also have their 3 types. So now we completed all the polished types. So we got a few more P types, including Poppy, Popcor's fruit from the end dimension, and the potato from our farm. While collecting and adding items, Dev came by and gave me a netherite ingot so I can finally upgrade my fortune pickaxe. Another color theme, we got the purples, the banner, the bed, candle, carpet, the concrete, powder, the dye, the glazed purple shulker box, stained glass as well as the pane, the shulker box, the terracotta, and the wool. And after the purples, we got the purr. Luckily, we had that quartz fruit farm, so we could easily come in with the block, the pillar, the slab, and the stair. We got a few pumpkin themed things. Luckily, we got pumpkins fairly early on, including we can make a pie, and of course the seeds. The next major theme is Prismarine, but before that we got our powder snow, which we got just from AFKing filling up our cauldrons, and we also got a power rail on this side. Now let's do all the Prismarine, including Prismarine slabs, stairs, the bricks, the shards, and the crystals. Then also the stair variations, and slab and wall. And then after those is the pufferfish. The only thing left for this row is the potions. We made a lot of headway in collecting every item possible. We're over 75% to completing all of them, but some of the toughest ones are left for last, so we'll definitely have to work on those. In the meanwhile, you can help me continue this series either by supporting me by becoming a YouTube membership, Discord membership, Patreon, or Twitch sub. You can even get a Twitch sub for free by checking out the link in the description. Otherwise, just leave a like on the video and share it with someone else. And I will see you all in the next episode of Raze Grid.